Well, welcome back to another Wednesday whiskey review from your boys at the Buffalo Happy Hour. Today, we are blessed, again, with our friends, Clyde Mays. This is a very special release. It's a single barrel, 5 years, straight bourbon whiskey from Alabama. It's 102 proof, and this is one of their premier models, as the British would say, or English would say, Premier League, you know. Anyway,
you give me a headache.
Where is this available?
This is available at Addie's. Okay, Addie's, Transit Road, Williamsville. No disrespect. Okay, they do a lot of good things for the community. They have an in-house wine sommelier, an insane selection.
They do a lot of good things for the boys too.
They do a lot of good things for the boys. Okay, follow them on Instagram, Addie's_wines. Follow them on Facebook. Same thing. They got a ton of different events. But make sure you download their app, because if you are interested in this bottle and you are local in the state of New York, they can legally ship it to you. Addie's Fine Wine and Spirits on the Apple App Store and the Google Playground Play Store. We appreciate Addie's so much, obviously, for the continued partnership/sponsorship. But we do a lot of good things with them. Different events, different reviews. The works. They're just awesome people. So, Addie's, thank you so much for this opportunity. Clyde Mays, we're so excited to feature this for you as well, just because we know that hopefully this generates a little bit of traction, because this is 102 proof, okay? 102 proof. Derek's moving the camera. 102 proof, 43 American bones.
Which is sick.
Not a bad option, okay? Derek and I have said this since 2019. If you want to find good bourbon or good whiskey, there are so many options under $50. Yep. So many options. Here's one. Boom. Good. Done. Let's do it. Label branding.
So, love the label. Super classy. Their other products are colorful. One of them is green. One of them's red.
One's yellow.
So, like, they're colorful options. This one, you just go straight for the black, gray, and white, you know? And the thing that I like about this bottle is that it punches you in the face. The thing that I dislike about this bottle is that it punches you in the face.
It's very bold.
That's what I'm saying. It's very bold. But also, too, when you look at this on the shelf, your eyes go to Clyde Mays. And then, other than that, you're kind of like, there's a lot of text on here. I feel like it's very, very, very busy.
It's loaded.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily a bad thing either. I don't know. I mean, I also like the 5. Aged 5 years, and it looks like, you know, I don't know. It personally reminds me of, like, Ranger Regiment, where they just put, like, the number 2 to signify the second Ranger Regiment. Right. I like that aspect. Also, Clyde Mays, he was a vet. He was an infantryman. He was a total grunt. And
if you want to listen to the Clyde Mays story, head over to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, we interviewed Clyde Mays and the grandson. Yeah. And we recorded it at Addie's. It was just a blast to hear the entire story from a family member, right? Like, it's his own grandson. So he's just going off the rails with us. We had a super good time. But we're excited for this. When this dropped, we were sent a photo from Tyler at Addie's, and we're just like, dude, that's so awesome. And he goes, it's actually really good. So here we are. Now we can actually taste it.
One of the things that I do like, hold on, put that back real quick. One of the things that I do like with this bottle that doesn't really come in other bottles is this right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Maybe I'll try to focus it in. It says on there, barrel date or bottle date. No, barrel date when they put it in the barrel, which is sick. I've never seen that before on a whiskey where they say this was put in the barrels on 2/3/2017.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I've never seen that before.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's such a cool touch, because for whiskey enthusiasts, we see all the time that something is aged 5 years, something is aged 6 years, and we kind of have to play the guessing game of, well, one, this is a single barrel, so it doesn't really fall into that line. But when you talk about Scotch and you see aged 14 years, you know that is the youngest in that bottle. So you never really know exactly how long that was aged for. And for having this be a single barrel and it say this is exactly when it's put in the bottle, or in the barrel, that's a sweet feature that I don't think anyone else is doing.
No, absolutely not.
So
and
for that, I'm going A+.
A+, I agree. They did a really good job on this. There are so many different touches. This bottle, this label, reminds me of when it was pre-cell phones. Okay, I'm going to date myself. Pre-cell phone, you wake up, you make a bowl of cereal, and you read the cereal box when you're crushing cereal. That's exactly what this is. It's the perfect opportunity. You pour it, you start drinking it, right? And you're just like, legal since 2001. What's that all about? Go to our interview.
That's a good point, because this looks like an old newspaper ad.
Yeah.
Like the front of it, it looks like an old newspaper ad, too.
Yeah. And then you're able to sit here and just read it, and then you learn so much about the entire brand, the story, everything about what you're drinking. Like, that's really cool to me. And I also like on the tethered perforated wrap that they have on top, they put 120 proof.
Or 102, yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, 102. Just to remind you, like, hey, drink responsibly. It's like right there. So I'm excited for this. I'm
going A+.
A+. I agree. I want to nose this.
All right, let's go then. Jesus, don't yell at me. You good? You got your water and everything? Is it a real cork? Fake cork?
That's a real cork.
Hell yeah, let's go, bro.
Okay.
Ooh. What? The nose kind of smells pepperminty.
We might have to keep this in the studio.
Is this ours, or do we got to return it?
We'll have to verify.
We're only doing this one today, right?
I think ours.
Okay. The cork kind of smelled a little pepperminty. I don't know if that was a little residue on the cork or what.
There's wood sugar on the nose.
It's got that infamous splintered wood for me.
Yeah, I agree. There's wood sugar,
but I'm also
there's
getting
honey
a little
and
mint.
caramel. I'm not getting mint yet.
Really?
Hold on. Let me dive into this. There's caramel and honey.
Maybe it's not like mint, but it's like this cooling sensation that goes through my nose.
Almost like I'm not gonna say it.
Dude, this smells very traditional yet unique. I think that's probably the best that I can say.
I agree with you on that. It's traditional but unique. Now, there's levels to this nose. I'm immediately already an A, just so we're all on the same page.
I'm getting a little bit of like a buttered toast, too, on the nose.
Butter's a great call. There is definitely butter in the nose, and that must be from the grain.
Yeah. What's the mash bill? This is the same mash bill of their other stuff. This is just a single barrel. Is that accurate?
We'll have to do research. I'm not positive on mash bill.
I'm pretty sure from what, or that was the 6 year.
There's grain. I'm getting a fresh grain, a fresh malt, or a fresh barley.
Rye, I'm kind of getting. Fresh rye.
Yeah, rye makes sense. There's a little bit of pepper.
Some information real quick.
Baking spice. Okay. So if I had to rate this nose, I'm gonna go A++ on the nose.
Yeah, I'd go A++.
Okay.
I like that.
A++ on the nose for Clyde Mays single barrel. This is and there's some ethanol, but not enough that scares you off. And it's a great color. It's dark, and it just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of opens for you.
Oh, is this Addie's single barrel? This is Addie's single barrel. That makes sense.
There's some oils in here.
I gotcha.
An Addie's single barrel at 102. I'm surprised.
Yeah, no, right.
For those that don't know, the Addie's store picks and single barrels that they do themselves generally are a higher proof point.
Like 116, 117.
Yeah, 116 plus, and they generally don't go above, the 120, 130 mark, but they hover above 110.
Yeah. So this article that I'm reading right now says that this is 75 corn, 21 rye, 4 barley, which is pretty consistent with typical Kentucky. Because this currently is MGP product. But for me, I'm getting those typical bourbon notes, but like a hint of cool, which I don't know what that cool is. It's either like a peppermint or an aloe or like a menthol. but it's some sort of like cooling, refreshing note to it that I don't know if I've experienced a lot.
We got to drink this.
Okay, so nose, we're going A+?
A++.
Okay, A++. I agree.
Okay, I agree. Initial taste. Are you kidding me?
This is coming out like... That was interesting because right away, I was like, this is spicy. And then the second after that, I'm like, this is wheat toast. This is not spicy. This is very sweet.
How did they do that? It was ethanol forward, and then it cut right to wheat toast, and that was one of the smoothest that we've had in months. It literally disappeared. When you actually swallow, it just goes away.
The burn went away because the notes are still there. The notes linger for me. But like that transition from holy crap, this is going to be a spicy whiskey to this goes down incredibly sweet was immediate to me, and it was the second that it hit your tongue. The way that I can describe how this kind of happened when it first initially hit your tongue is similar to like a carbonated pop. Like it hit you carbonation up there. It hit you with the carbonation like real quick, and then it just fizzled out. That's how I feel like with this. It hit you with the spiciness of the rye, and then it just fizzled out and was like, this is all sweet, bro. And to me, I love that.
I love that journey for you. Smooth is my initial reaction to this. Smooth like butter. Because it's the burn kind of hangs out on your tongue on the outside edges, but the actual liquid itself disappears and it vanishes. It makes no sense. That's really good.
You're obviously getting a lot of traditional Kentucky notes. This isn't hiding behind the Kentucky tasting profile, but it's embracing the fact that that's what you're going to taste, if that makes sense. This is something that comes from MGP. They age it in Alabama, or they're bottling it in Alabama, and they're just like, hey, you're going to taste some sort of Kentucky notes, but it's going to be so much more subtle than you would if it was from Kentucky.
I like this a lot. Addie's, great job. I want to know who was on that tasting panel. They did a really good job with this.
It's kind of got like a very, very, very faint at the end black licorice note, too. Like the spicy kind of licorice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did the water change anything?
Not too much. I kind of mellowed it, but it didn't ruin it. Again, if you're new here, we have a lot of new subscribers. Derek and I drink everything neat. We've done coffees. We've done coffee liqueurs. We've done...
rum, gin.
Yeah, rum, gin. All of it's neat. We just pour it in the glass and drink it.
Yeah, now that I'm kind of diving into that licorice note, I'm getting that a lot more prevalent on like the second half. That's probably more of an ending note rating, but it transitions very easily from the initial taste to the ending note. Initial taste is primarily Kentucky. I'll note that. You're getting a lot of that wood sugar, the splintered wood that I like to say a lot. That's like, I say gnawing on that little wooden spoon that you used to get with ice cream when you were younger. That's what I'm getting on that. Very wheat toast, very sweet forward.
Yeah.
Caramelized sugar, like all that traditional Kentucky note, but like this hint of like an aloe plant. I'm really digging hard into this like sweet, cool note that I feel like is overtaking a lot for me. Maybe it tastes like I just spit out mint gum and now I'm drinking whiskey. That's what it tastes like for me. Are you not getting that?
No, I understand what you're saying, especially conceptually, but I'm not opposed to it. Yeah. It's unique.
No, absolutely not.
It's great. And I'm not here saying that you are. Any note for me, I'm still A+ check.
Yeah, I'll go A- on the ending note. I'm not a huge fan of that licorice end, but it's not unpleasant and it's not overpowering. It's just kind of like it's here. A check.
Okay, A check. I agree. Final rating.
So for $42, would you buy this?
Yeah, dude. No,
it's actually
doubt.
relatively cheap. I'm kind of shocked that they have it this cheap.
Well, it's moderately
affordable,
priced.
I should say.
Yeah, it's very affordable. Yes, I would buy this.
All right.
Final rating. Give me that
Clyde
countdown.
Mays 5 years single barrel straight bourbon whiskey. 3, 2, 1.
93.
I don't even think we gave a rating to Clowne Kilty.
No, we totally skipped it.
Crushed it. We haven't done these in a while. It's been like about a month and a half. So 90 and 93, what are you getting?
91.5.
Love that.
Yeah.
We'll have to redo Clowne Kilty. You know that, right?
We don't have to read. We can't.
No, but we
literally can't.
We say the ending rating for that. We'll cut this all out. So 91.5 is what we got here. I'm okay with that. I think that this is great. When you put this up next to their other products,
oh, dude,
I don't think
this
that you
murders.
Can go wrong.
This murders.
I don't know if I would go murder. I would probably
murderer.
But the thing is that this isn't priced to be a murderer. This is priced to be a different expression offered at basically the same price point. You look at their other stuff, like their rye. Their rye is my favorite rye I've ever had, I think. Outside of Buffalo, it's so good. Hartman's rye is still my favorite. But you talk about you talk about Clyde Mays rye and their Alabama whiskey with that little hint of apple.
The Alabama whiskey is really good.
But again, this isn't priced to be a murderer. This is priced to be $43.
Dude,
how do you go wrong with the 5-year Alabama whiskey at $43? How do you go wrong?
You can't. This is very dangerous, Derek. It's dangerous.
The thing is, too, here at the Buffalo Happy Hour, we tell you like it is. If we don't like a whiskey, we'll tell you. I've easily crushed all Kentucky brands because I'm just not a fan of them.
Except Woodford Double Oaked.
Yeah, except for Woodford. Well, there's a couple. Even
there's a couple.
Michter's is good. We'll get into it. But Clyde Mays, I mean, this is just some very good whiskey. And if you're looking for a product within, like, let's say you're going out hunting for Buffalo Trace because for some reason that's super allocated nowadays and is completely overpriced. You see this next to it on the shelf. Which one are you picking up? I'm picking this up, dude. 9 times out of 10, I'm picking this up.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that, especially because it's a single barrel.
Yeah, and it's $42.
I know. Great buy.
Yeah.
It's a great buy.
This
Guys,
is something you got to get.
Swing over to Addie's. It's their barrel pick. They crushed it, per usual. Addie's, thank you so much for allowing us to try that and rate it. It was a lot of fun. And, swing over next week. Who knows what we're going to be trying? All the things. We're going to be drinking all the juice. We're going to be having fun. And, if you're new, thank you so much for being here. Like, comment, subscribe for more content. Go back on our ridiculous amount of videos on YouTube and just enjoy it because we're not here for a long time. We're out here for a good time.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is the review for Clyde Mays 5-year single barrel straight bourbon whiskey. If you did enjoy today's episode, please leave a like down below. Leave a comment. Let us know if you've tried this before, what your thoughts are. But this is 102 proof, so if you have tried this before or you are trying it right now while you're listening to us, please remember, always drink responsibly, be a good person. And Michael.
Do not litter.
We're out.